Well, good afternoon, everybody. And it is a beautiful afternoon here outside at my current school. As I think most of you will know by now, I'm Mr. King, and one of the things I wanted to do this term is to keep sending you some messages to encourage you as you go through this summer term that will be like no other. Our school, as you can see, is a beautiful site just like yours, but it doesn't feel the same right now without the children in it. And therefore we're doing all we can to try and stay in touch with you. And I want you at Great Ballard to realise that I want to get to know you and stay in touch with you in just that same way. Now at the start of every term here, one of the things that I try to do for young people is to make their lives simple, to try and give them a message that they all understand, a message that they can follow as they go into the term ahead. And at a time like now, the world must seem more complicated than it ever has before. And therefore I wanted to really focus on three simple things this afternoon. Now this plaque that I'm holding here is a plaque that I brought from my last school to this one a number of years ago. And it's a plaque that I will be bringing to Great Ballard as well. It has three very simple messages on it, as you can see. Work hard, play hard, and be kind. Now we have a game that we play here sometimes where at the start of term I will hide this placard, and then when children find it, they get the opportunity to hide it themselves in somewhere that it's never been before. Well, I can tell you that it has never been to our forest school area down here before, so I don't know if anyone is going to find it where we are right now. But what do those three things mean? No matter what age you are, they all mean something very special that can help you to get through a term successfully. We're told to work hard a lot, but what do we actually mean by it? For me, working hard doesn't mean winning the prize. It doesn't mean working harder than your neighbour or doing better than the person sitting at the front of the class. What working hard for me means is being the best that you can be. Working as hard as you can. Trying to take yourself from where you are to somewhere new. Always pushing to improve yourself. But it's really important that while you are doing that and thinking about being the best version of yourself, that you leave yourself time to play as well. And play can mean so many things. For the young people in our schools, it means getting out and playing with our friends, getting out at break time, building things, making things, having some fun together. And that's important. But playing hard can also mean sport, something we love in our schools. Getting out and playing those competitive matches from time to time. Those matches, unfortunately, are not going to be possible for us this term. So what else can playing hard at a time like this mean? Of course, we can do sports on our own, we can keep ourselves fit and active, we can get outdoors, and we can play like that. But play can also mean to be creative, to paint, to draw, to write, to sing. To do lovely things like that, whether alone or together, times when we can be playful. And it's so important in difficult times to recognise the importance of that and how much we can learn from it. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, always in our school, the message will be that we must be kind to each other, but also importantly, as I'll mention in a moment, to ourselves. And at the moment, so many people in our lives need our kindness. Our teachers are facing challenges that they never expected, a new world that they weren't prepared for just a few weeks ago. And I know how hard they've all been working over the holidays and during the course of this week to try and keep your learning going. But it won't be easy. They can't be perfect. And they will need your kindness when the internet breaks down or when the lesson plan doesn't work. And they'll need your understanding that everything will not be quite the same as it would be in the classroom. And what about your parents? Because they in some ways are playing the role of teachers in your lives right now. Again, something that very few of them set out to be when they got older. It was not their ambition, it was not their plan. They're doing an amazing job this week to help you and any siblings that you may have in your households too. And they have their own pressures and challenges. So again, understand that your parents too cannot be the perfect parents that they always seem to be to you. At the moment, you need to be understanding, patient, and above all kind. And finally, be kind to yourself, because if you are the sort of person who always strives for perfection, to be the very best, to get everything done, to be top of the class, please understand that right now none of us can reach that goal. Perfection at the moment is almost impossible. It's fine to work as hard as we can, but it's also important that we give ourselves the space to understand that perfection is beyond us and that we think about our own happiness and our health at this time. And try and find some enjoyment in these difficult times. We all know, don't we, that in the midst of all the suffering and the horrible things that are happening out there in the world, there are stories that inspire us. Stories of people coming together as one. Families that are closer than they've been before. And school communities must be just like that as families. They must be close, they must remind each other that we care for the people within them. And I want you all to know that even though I'm a long way away from you at the moment, I'm thinking of all of you every single day right now. And I'm really looking forward to bringing these 3 simple messages when I come to Great Ballard in September. So I wish you the very best again at the moment. And I'll leave you just with the crackling fire and this beautiful outdoors as a reminder of how much there is to celebrate in the world, even at this difficult time.